Hello, this is Mr. Blanks with another video. Today I'm back with another marker watch. Today we're going to be going over the two sets, Darkwing Blast and Magnificent Maven. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button as well as sharing with a friend. And if you want to watch more videos, please subscribe. Now, as we jump right into it, we have the first set, or the first card by the Bestial Rebellion, of course, coming out of Darkwing Blast. This has tanked in the last couple days. From it went from like $68 to about it's said about these sales are this is 53, 54, 55. It's about $56. And the biggest thing about this card is it's not seeing enough play because it doesn't have any quick effects. That's mean this mainly works in a. I know there's a at my local there's a Bestial control deck, Bestial Lair of Darkness, Dragon Lane, where they might play one of this. They'll send it to the graveyard, and then what they'll do is he can special summon himself from the graveyard. The main thing about this, like, it contribute one level 6 or higher Dark Dragon monster. That's the Bestials. Plus, any Dragon monster really. This has a lot of synergy. That's the great thing about this. The bad thing about this, it's not a quick play. That's why some people are not running it. Plus, it's very expensive. But I was considered picking this up around $45. If it ever hits that low, 45, 40 to $45 is when I'll start considering picking this up. Next card we have Bestial Magna Hut, also out of Darkwing Blast, super rare. Its price is about $15.94. Goes like settles around $16.50. This card is gonna start seeing. The card goes. It's gonna see more play now. It already is, but once Photon Hypernova comes up, this is going to skyrocket. My biggest thing with this card is if you're playing a deck right now that incorporate this, I would definitely recommend at least getting 2 copies. I would at least try to get. There's some people with 3, 2, quality. I would definitely recommend picking this up sooner than later because this card has double the price. Like, it actually tripled the price in the last few weeks. This card is definitely a recommended pick. Next one is Cashier Unicorn. And then we gotta slide that one right over. Cashier Unicorn. Also Darkwing Blast. This doubled the price. This was about $6. The reason why this card is starting to see price because this is a slight budget version of Cashier Fenrir. During the main phase, you can add the spell card, and then the spell card, Cashier Burst. This card right here, you can normal summon level 7 monsters without tributing. Like, pretty much. During your main phase, you can special summon one of your non-exceed Cashier monsters that is banished or in the graveyard. If your opponent activates a spell card effect and you control Cashier monster, you can target 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard, banished them face down. Like, this card, like, Unicorn searches them. You definitely want to be on the lookout. Like, with sitting about $14.20, bottom out at $14.99. This is a sooner rather than later, because once the next set Photon Hypernova comes out, this will skyrocket the price. This won't stay cheap forever. You have to pick this up now. And now we go to Cashier Fenrir. What is the opposite? I believe this will. This is weird to gauge because of course this searches a monster. The way you have to look at Fenrir is you have to look at it like this: $60.95 bombs out you can say 60.99. I say it bombs out at 62.75. This is the price it's gonna sit out right now. It's gonna sit comfortably at $60. As of now, I believe it can fall to as far as 50 because there's not a lot. There's regional, but no YCS. There might be one more YCS this year after check. But there is a remote due YCS in December. This I do believe this see a dip, a small drop in price, but nothing too worrisome for sellers. For people who are buying, if this card ever hits under 50, I'll pick them up. Definitely pick them up the minute they hit 50. Also, you could take your luck of buying a box and maybe pulling this. I don't always recommend it, but this Super and Ultra is a high value. As me, you enter in. From what I've heard, a lot of people say they're easy to pull. That's me. I would take my chance if you have the money. And talking about a secret rare that kind of dropped their value. Give me 1 second. Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle, also out of Darkwing Blast. $8.71. Bombs out at $8.98 for Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. This is also another good card to go in control decks, not just Labyrinth decks, but control decks. It's like good, if a trap card was activated this turn, quick effect, you can special summon from hand. It's like when a normal trap card is activated, you can set this. You can set one normal trap with a different name directly from your deck. This could work. Actually, this does work with Lord of Heavily Present. You can have both of them on on the table in your hand. Activate both of them. This will summon itself. The other one will protect your cards. It's a good 2-card combo in my opinion. I would definitely recommend picking this up if you're playing like any deck that plays a good amount of traps cards, just to have synergy and just protect your back row. We're gonna talk about the Draco Slayers real quick. Ignis Phoenix, the Draco Slayer, also coming out Darkwing Blast. Price starts at $90. Bombs out at $9.89. The biggest thing with Draco Slayers right now is that they do not utilize the extra deck because they're pendulum monsters. That makes them a target to play Necro Valley. The bad thing is, and this is also a good thing because not a lot of people are playing not triple that's talent, Nibiru the Primal Being. But the biggest thing is this: this card usually just gets wrecked. Like, and not this card, this deck in general, gets Nibiru. The turn ends if they Nibiru at the right time, in a sense. But I would definitely recommend picking up this deck if you want to play it. It's relatively cheap. There's one card that, like a Magic Spectre card, that's expensive, but everything else is cheap. I would definitely recommend picking this up if you ever need it. Now we'll go to Magnificent Mavens. This set is cheap. Ice Jack's Prism set at like $1.78. The Sorcerer, I've seen a couple of Sorcerer cores be about $34-$35 on eBay. Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon, Elder Entity Enters, Borosaur Dragon. Yeah, these cards are cheap. Blackluster Soldier, Apollosa, Sorcerer Moye. Yeah, these cards are cheap, totally awesome. Probably cheapest. I would definitely recommend picking up. we'll jump to this one card. If you're playing Paleo Frogs, yeah, I don't know if you're still playing Paleo Frogs, but if you're playing Sprite and you need a totally also, this is probably the time to pick them up. $1.93 bombs out $2 for totally awesome. I definitely recommend picking this up if you ever needed it. Now go into the Ishizu cards. Give me 1 second. By the way, if you of course like the video, definitely consider liking the video. Thank you. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how I'm doing. If there's anything I need to get better at, improve. All criticism is welcome. We got Calbeck, the ancient Vanguard, coming out of Magnificent Maven. Starting price is $7.45. Bombs out at $7.79. Yeah, this core is cheap. This core is relatively cheap. I think this right here will cost you about $24 for a playset. A playset is three cards of the same name. This costs about $24. Then you have Keldo, the Sacred Protector, coming out of Magnificent Mavens. Starting price is $1.80. Bombs out at $2.76. This right here will cost you about $8. That's what you got. 24. You got about 32. Yeah, Keldo is definitely. If you're interested in picking up this deck, this deck is getting cheaper by the day, in my opinion. Like, I'm looking at it, it's like each time I look at it, the cards are cheaper, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a very good cheap meta deck. I think the tailor part is what's costing this to be very, very expensive. The Guido, the Ancient Sentinel, coming out of Magnificent Maven. Starting price at $1.55. Bottom out at $2.38. Yeah, this is about $5 to $7 for a playset. Yeah, this card, I think not even people are playing this at $3. Some people are not even playing it. That's the more people test, the more you start to realize that every card in the deck has a different ratio that you want to play it at. And then you got Medora, the Sword Oracle coming out of Magnificent Maven, $1.49 starting, $2.15 is the bottom price. Magnificent Maven is one of those sets where you knew the reprints are going to be the most expensive cards, and Ishizu cards were going to be expensive, but then the more product people open, the cheaper it got. I truly believe this is going to be one of the most cheapest meta decks in a while, and the Ishizu cards are mostly expensive because of the Tailment cards, because that field spell alone is about $60-$70. I'm gonna do a market watch, and I'm talking about the whole Tailment core, why the Tailment core is it's causing prices for this deck to be expensive. Because this deck, if you just play Ishizu, no Tailments is expensive. But that said, Mr. Blanks with another market watch. Thank you for watching, and have a great day, everybody. Peace.